Why do she always gotta be up front? Always gotta be the person that wanna be all up on it. But now, let's talk about another match. Apollo Crews. Really? Somebody that's from Chicago. Chicago! Apollo Crews is from Chicago. Abzeeb. Really? Abzeeb. All of a sudden. It don't make sense. Cappuccino! Stop! The storyline is corny. Everybody knows where Apollo Crews is from. Hey, stupid! When you first came out, everybody know you were from Chicago. And he said nothing about overseas. I ain't never heard nobody say anything about Apollo Crews from being from overseas. Anybody? I don't think since somebody heard me. I even had to sit back real quick to ask my producer, hey, the Apollo Crews from there? Where he claimed he's from? No, right? I didn't think so. Apollo! Storyline sucks, bro. The gimmick sucks. Get rid of it. Get rid of the gimmick. Get rid of it. Now, let's talk about somebody that's real. Somebody that I don't live that far away from. Mr. Hardy. Mr. Jeff Hardy. Camden, North Carolina. I ain't that far from you, baby. I ain't that far from you. Let your contract go, baby. Go where your brother's at. Go where your brother is. That's what you need. Go to AEW. That's where your brother is. Y'all can take them titles from the Young Bucks. Y'all almost achieved every belt there was. Do you remember this? The obscure of gold? Why is it that Kenny Omega had the y'all gimmick? Y'all made that gimmick up. Y'all went to every wrestling franchise and take every single ass belt there was. But you just couldn't take it from the Young Bucks. That's one piece of gold that has lured y'all all y'all competition life. Get that belt. Get those tag team belts. Matt. That money gimmick don't work for you. Money making Matt don't work for you. We don't like this one. We like the broken Matt Hardy. We like the broken Nero. That's what we want to see. We want to see Nero. That's who we want to see. I fade away and classify myself as obsolete. That's who we want to see. We want to see the TNA, the Hardy Brothers, the broken Matt Hardy, the broken Nero. That's what we want to see. Bring out Willow, which a lot of people go to your TNA archives, ladies and gentlemen. Go to your TNA archives and check out what Jeff Willow transformed into. Willow. Jeff Hardy as Willow. The best gimmick to come back out with the Fiend. Which, it seemed like Vince don't want the Fiend to come back. Have y'all noticed that? Now we got Alexa. Now, I don't want to hear about Alexa. I want to hear about Bray Wyatt. Where's the Firefly Funhouse at? That's what I want to see. I want to see the Fiend. I want to see Bray Wyatt. That's what I want to see. The eater of worms. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see whatever y'all made him into. Oh, yeah, that's right. Y'all gave Alexa Bliss the Fiend's gimmick. Oh, now she's going after Shayna Baszler. If y'all did not know, she's going after Shayna Baszler. Why? Why? Is she the heel or is she a face? That's the question that everybody wants to know. Is she a heel or face? Why did she take the Bray Wyatt gimmick? Why did she take the Fiend's gimmick? It don't fit her. It does not fit her. I still say y'all should have gave that to Liv Morgan. She was a better fit for the Fiend. Well, the female Fiend, let's get it correct. She was more fit for the female Fiend than Alexa Bliss. And now we have Lily. Like we all don't know that there ain't gonna be nobody but Nikki Cross. That's the only person that I can actually see playing as Lily. The only person I actually see playing as Lily. Because Biz ain't got that money to be taking no female from TNA. And everybody knows that Rosemary is a perfect candidate. Oh, perfect candidate to play Lily. To even play the Alexa Bliss role as a female Fiend. She can do the Sister Abigail. Why not? She's perfect for it. Either her or everybody knows. Everybody knows who is the nastiest, dirtiest, bloodiest female wrestler. Who we all know that Su Yung is the perfect candidate to play the female Fiend or Lily. Su Yung, that's the perfect one. Her and Rosemary, perfect candidates for that role. Alexa Bliss, she cannot play that role right. She laughed too much. She's taking that role as a joke. It's corny. It's corny. I watch it from week in and week out. It's corny. It's corny. I don't like it. I don't like it. Trust me, I don't like it. Because, first off, you got her trying to portray as the Fiend. She is not a Fiend. She's an imaginary friend. She is not a Fiend. Everybody has a Fiend, but Alexa Bliss do not have a Fiend in her. Alexa Bliss does not have a Fiend in her. Nikki Cross has a Fiend. Su Yung has a Fiend. Rosemary has a Fiend. I would have even gave it up if you want to do it like that. I would have gave it up to Asuka to do it a Fiend gimmick. No, y'all got her walking around. It's getting boring. Y'all was gonna get Braun Strowman that. When he came up with the New Day, started that dancing gimmick. Y'all was gonna get that to Braun Strowman. Wrong. Y'all know y'all lost viewers. Y'all know y'all was gonna lose viewers. Everybody that knows what I'm talking about is the truth. Y'all would have lost viewership. The only thing that I give the WWE real props on is y'all takeover. Y'all takeovers are awesome. Demos ain't nobody beating a takeover. No one will ever beat a takeover. No one will ever beat a takeover. I don't care AEW tried. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. NFL, NBA, NHL, all of them. You ain't making no demographic. You're not. Viewerships. No, you're not doing it. Now, when it comes down to an NXT takeover, every year since NXT been out, they've been crushing it. Crushing it. Ever since then. So nobody's gonna win over a takeover. That is Paul Triple H Levesque's baby. That is his baby. That's why it's so good when it comes down to a takeover. Now, week per week, I can't call it. They've been getting a little better, but I can't call it. No. The only one that's really holding that up, the only ones that's really holding that franchise up is Johnny Gargano. Then you got his little clique for the women's title as well. Tag team titles now. So now they see. How can I put it? NXT is coming up more than what it's supposed to. They're not gonna beat out AEW. I don't know about that. But I know one thing that AEW need to do. They give you free pay-per-views. That's one thing about AEW that beats the WWE at every time. They give you free pay-per-views. I don't know about Double or Nothing. I can't wait. I can't wait. I cannot wait. But if I have to put money on it, Kenny Omega all the way. I'll put $1,000 on that. $1,000. Kenny Omega will beat anybody that faces him. I'll put $1,000 on that. Anybody want to bet me? Let's go. But Kenny Omega, top number 1. He proved it day in and day out. Franchise to franchise. Franchise to franchise. He beat them all. He went from a nobody. He went from a jobber. For people that don't know, he worked for Bully Ray. Bully Ray Dudley. If y'all don't know. He was a jobber. A jobber that came up. And now look at him. That man is so successful. I believe every franchise that man went to, he destroyed. Do I think Kenny Omega is the best? Yes, I do. I told y'all from the last podcast, Kenny Omega will catch that belt. He will catch and retain his belt, his AEW belt. And I told you he will catch a TNA belt. Both. And he did that. Fair and square. Y'all can say, oh, the Good Brothers helped him out. It doesn't matter if they were there or not. Kenny Omega was going to still do it. John Moxley. I'm proud of you, baby. I'm proud of you. But by you talking about you want to go back to WWE for the right price, stay where you at, John. Stay where you at. You don't need to come back to the WWE. They don't need you there. They're about to be closed for business. They are not best for business. Triple H and Stephanie used to say that a long time ago as a gimmick line. It's not best for business for you to come back. Congratulations on your baby, but Don't come back here. Don't come back to the WWE. They don't need you. Let the Dean Ambrose gimmick, let it lie. Let it go. They don't need you there. They do not need you there. Trust me, they don't need you. So what? It's been a couple of flops in AEW. Who don't make flops? People make flops in the Olympics. People make flops in every franchise. Restaurants, hospitals, fireman placement, they all make mistakes. So what? You're entitled to make a mistake. So what? The barbed wire match didn't work. So what? Who cares? Blame it on Tony Khan. Ha ha. That's all I'm saying. Blame it on Tony Khan. Who cares? But it's all on him. Let him deal with that shit. Stay right where you at, John. As you see, a lot of people is leaving. You got a baby. Why you want to go back to a place where they're going to end up firing you for nothing? You making millions. You go back to WWE, you got to drop that New Japan belt. You know bitch ain't going for that. You know he ain't going for that outside work. You got to drop that belt. No, you don't want to drop that. I see how you was. This past, Wednesday? I see how you was. You want to come back and face stupid people? You got to go by a storyline? For what? You don't need no storyline. You don't need a storyline. No, do what you do and do what you do best. It's kick ass and take fucking names later. That's what you do. That's Jon Moxley, not Dean Ambrose. Insane lunatic. Insane lunatic was fucking goddamn Business Man. He was on the Insane Lunatic. He was the only lunatic in the WWE. But he gonna give you that title. Really? How many people that he done fired that got better deals? They sat there and got better days. They get to go home. Lighter schedules. You don't have to worry about getting rolled up on some stupid shit. Y'all ain't gotta worry about that over there. WWE, you gotta worry about that. You can't even go on social media with the WWE. You can't even go on social media. But you can go on social media working in AEW. Yes, you can. They just don't promote their platforms like that. But the WWE allowed everyone to produce their platform just so he can say something. Yeah, fired. Yeah, just to keep money in your motherfucking pocket. Did y'all forget who was a Trump supporter? Oops, excuse me, I ain't mean to say that. I didn't mean to say that. But you gotta understand. You got one person that don't really care about politics. You got one that cares about politics. I'm going for the one that don't care. Because at least I know I'll be watching something real. And the realest wrestling, come to think about it. The realest wrestling was ECW, and closer to that is AEW. Wow. Wow. How long is it going to be before Paul jumps ship? How long is it going to be before Paul jumps ship? And I think if Paul Heyman do not get in next year's Hall of Fame, I think he's out. I think Paul Heyman is out. If he do not own WWE by the end of next year, he's out. Just look at it, Paul Heyman. Eric Bischoff is gone. But they just inducted him in the Hall of Fame this year. But who does he work for? Who was at this last Throwback Thursday or Throwback SmackDown? Who was there? Teddy Long. What did Teddy Long work for, y'all? AEW. But Billy Gunn couldn't come back last year for his little Hall of Fame induction. Nothing. He couldn't come back. Triple H didn't. Mr. Paul Levesque did not want him to come back. But you want to talk about him? Really? If they don't get WWE on a ball, I can literally say by the end of this shit, it might not even be a WWE. It might not even be a WWE. And you really want to ask the boy, because everybody's leaving. Nobody want to stay there. Okay, y'all. Look at it. Have anybody watched the last NXT? This past week NXT? Did y'all recognize that these people that they just bought in this new tag team? The Usos? Do anybody do their research? I know where they came from. They doing a switch. These Usos for Jimmy Uso. Oh, y'all don't know. If y'all don't do your fucking history, y'all would never know. They just pulled the switch right in front of y'all and y'all didn't even fucking know it. I've been watching wrestling since 1979. 79. Maybe earlier. I don't know. But can't nobody tell me that my information is wrong. Nobody can tell me that my information is wrong. I don't sit up here and listen to rumors. I do research. I don't sit up here and just listen to what everybody else is going to say. I do my own research. Don't never trust no one. Don't ever trust anyone information but your own. That's one thing I learned growing up. It's one thing I learned being in, you know what I'm saying, criminal justice schools and stuff like that, you know? I ain't went to school for that. So I don't trust anybody's information but my own. But let me tell you, the information that you heard tonight is all real. Let's see how good this backlash is going to be. I doubt it. I doubt it if it's going to pull ratings like that. I doubt it. Sorry, but I do. It's not going to pull no ratings. I will guarantee that this pay-per-view do not do as much ratings as AEW is going to do on one night. Because just look at it. They blood and guts. Holy hell. The demos was across the roof. Ratings across the roof. And it is need I remind y'all, SmackDown and AEW are 2 hours long. 2 hours. And in the second hour, AEW blew WWE out the works in a month. In a month of ratings. They did that in one day. Blew WWE out of the water. Blew them out. Like a well blowing out his wall hole. Trust me, they blew them the fuck out. Y'all better listen. WWE is not going to last the end of this year. And if they do, they're lucky as hell. And they advertising for 2 years for WrestleMania. Anybody going to get some tickets for this year and next year? Well, excuse me, y'all. Next year and the year after? Yeah, right. Y'all niggas about to lose a whole lot of money. Y'all people about to lose a whole lot of money. Don't do it. Don't do it. WWE is not going to be in... They're not going to be on TV that much longer. Trust me. They're not going to be in business that much longer. They're about to drop. They are bound to drop. And if y'all don't believe me, trust me. Trust me. They're not going to be in the service that much longer. Because I say by the end of the summer, they're going to be letting more people go. They need to let people go that they're not even using. Not people that they're using. Peyton Royce. Not as talent, but you want to let her go. Samoa Joe, you want to let him go because he want to wrestle. No, I want to pay that money. If you want to wrestle, I got to let you go then. I would have smacked the hell out of Vince. I would have smacked the hell out of him. Because you're not going to play with me and my kids' money like that. You're playing with my kids' money. You're not playing with me. You're playing with my kids' money. I ain't going for it. I'm not going for it. Anybody that knows me, I'll play with my kids' money. Paul, still waiting for that little thing that I gave you. Anytime you're ready, I'm waiting for you. My podcast is up, baby. I'll wait for your little decision, what you want to do. Yes. Yes. I am challenging you to a street fight. Hey, Paul, Mr. YouTube, I'm challenging you to a street fight. Anytime, anywhere, any place. Let's get it. Put your money up, boy, so I can break every bone in your body. I ain't like Mayweather. I ain't gonna wait. I'm gonna break this shit up. Let's go, Paul. This is going on. As soon as I put it up, let's see. I'm ready to challenge. Let's get it in. I ain't Mayweather. You can take my hat, you can run. Ha! I ain't gonna chase you. Cause when I get my hand a hold of you, I'm breaking you. Trust me. And at the end of this, I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say this. Hey, Paul. Hey, Paul. If you want to know who I am, this is who I am. I'm waiting for your response, Paul. Trust me. The demon waits for no man. I wait for your soul, Paul. I wait for your soul. You come and push us all back. You understand? Anytime, Paul. I'm waiting. But at the end of this, I gotta say one thing. And I'm gonna say one thing all. Rest in peace, New Jack. Rest in peace, baby. One of the realest wrestlers I ever seen. And your boy Paul Heyman gave you a shout out, baby. One of the realest gangsters. One of the realest wrestling gangsters. Rest in peace. So, I'm just gonna play. I'm gonna play his theme. It hurts to know that my boy is gone. But I'm gonna play his song just to let y'all know how much I miss him. So, just bear with me, y'all. That was my boy, man. I like my boy. He was one of the realest wrestlers ever, dog. Him, Brody Lee, miss y'all, baby. But I got you. Man, I miss you, bro. Ain't no wrestling without my boy, man. Ain't no wrestling without my boy. Y'all know that. Ha. Man. Give me a second, y'all. Yo, this going out to my boy New Jack, you heard me? Rest in peace, New Jack. Rest in peace.
Into the mind of a maniac. Do the million killers since I came out the net sack. I'm in a murderous monster.
Rest in peace, New Jack, for the last time, baby.
Lights out, cause when I grab my sword off, niggas get hard on. Barrel 1, set your motherfucking flesh. Barrel 2, set your fucking heart at your chest. You see your victim as I hammer go trip.